Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing great today. Let me ask you a question before we begin. Have you ever felt nervous before an exam, anxious before meeting someone important, or worried that something bad might happen in the future? That feeling of fear, anxiety, or uncertainty is closely connected to today's powerful English word, apprehension. Today we are going to explore the word apprehension in detail. We will understand its meaning, uses, grammatical forms, emotional tone, and practical examples. By the end of this lecture, you will not only understand this word clearly, but you will also be able to use it confidently in daily conversations, academic writing, spoken English, and professional communication. So let us begin. The word apprehension is a noun. It is commonly used in formal and advanced English. Many English learners hear this word in movies, books, news reports, and speeches, but they are often confused because apprehension has more than one meaning. The first and most common meaning of apprehension is fear, anxiety, or worry about something that may happen in the future. The second meaning of apprehension is understanding or grasping an idea mentally. The third meaning, used mostly in legal or police contexts, means the act of arresting someone. This makes apprehension a versatile and powerful English word. Now let us discuss the first and most common meaning in detail. Apprehension as fear or anxiety. When someone feels nervous, uneasy, doubtful, or worried about a future event, we use apprehension. This feeling is often connected with uncertainty. A person may not know exactly what will happen, and that uncertainty creates mental discomfort. For example, imagine a student waiting for exam results. The student may feel apprehension because the future result is unknown. Similarly, someone starting a new job may experience apprehension because they are entering a new environment. This word carries a serious and emotional tone. It is stronger and more formal than simple words like worry or nervousness. Here are some important situations where apprehension is commonly used. Before examinations, before interviews, before surgeries or medical procedures, before public speaking, before traveling somewhere unknown, before life-changing decisions, during uncertain situations. Now let us understand the emotional depth of this word. Apprehension is not extreme terror. It is usually a quieter and deeper form of anxiety. A person with apprehension may appear calm on the outside, but inside they feel uncertain and mentally uncomfortable. For example, fear may make someone scream, but apprehension may make someone silent and thoughtful. Now let us look at 5 examples of apprehension used in the sense of fear or anxiety. She felt great apprehension before speaking on stage for the first time. The employees waited with apprehension to hear the company's final decision. There was apprehension among the villagers when dark clouds covered the sky. He entered the hospital room with a feeling of apprehension. Many students experience apprehension before their board examinations. Now let us move to the second meaning of apprehension. Apprehension as understanding or comprehension. In formal English, apprehension can also mean the ability to understand or grasp something mentally. In this sense, it refers to intellectual understanding. For example, if a student quickly understands a difficult concept, we may say the student has a quick apprehension of the topic. This meaning is less common in daily conversation, but it is often used in academic writing, literature, and formal communication. Let us understand this with simple explanation. If your mind catches or grasps an idea clearly, that mental grasp is called apprehension. Now let us see 5 examples of apprehension used in the sense of understanding. Her apprehension of complex theories impressed the professor. The child showed quick apprehension of mathematical concepts. His apprehension of the situation helped him make the right decision. Clear communication improves the apprehension of difficult subjects. The lawyer's apprehension of legal details was remarkable. Now let us discuss the third meaning. Apprehension as arrest or capture. In police and legal language, apprehension means the act of catching or arresting a criminal or suspect. This usage is very common in news reports and crime stories. For example, the police may announce the apprehension of a dangerous criminal. Here are 5 examples of apprehension in the legal sense. The police confirmed the apprehension of the robbery suspect. The officer was praised for the quick apprehension of the criminal. Public cooperation helped in the apprehension of the thief. The apprehension of the suspect ended the long investigation. Authorities increased security after the apprehension of the gang leader. Now let us understand the word family related to apprehension. The adjective form is apprehensive. Apprehensive means worried, nervous, or anxious about something. For example, she was apprehensive about moving to another city. The verb form is apprehend. Apprehend can mean to understand or to arrest. For example, I cannot apprehend the meaning of this poem. The police apprehended the criminal near the border. Now let us compare apprehension with similar words. First word is fear. Fear is a general emotion of danger or threat. Apprehension is more connected with uncertainty and anticipation. Fear is stronger and more direct. Apprehension is quieter and more thoughtful. Second word is anxiety. Anxiety is often long-lasting and mental. Apprehension may be temporary and related to a specific event. Third word is nervousness. Nervousness is lighter and more casual. Apprehension sounds deeper, more formal, and emotionally serious. Now let us explore some useful phrases and expressions using apprehension. A sense of apprehension. This phrase describes a feeling of anxiety. For example, there was a sense of apprehension in the room before the announcement. With apprehension. This means while feeling nervous or worried. For example, she opened the letter with apprehension. Apprehension about something. This phrase describes worry regarding a specific matter. For example, he expressed apprehension about the future of the project. Now let us discuss common mistakes English learners make with this word. Mistake number 1. Using apprehension only for fear. Remember that apprehension can also mean understanding and arrest depending on context. Mistake number 2. Confusing apprehension with depression. These are completely different words. Apprehension means anxiety or understanding, while depression is a serious mental health condition related to sadness. Mistake number 3. Using apprehension in informal situations unnecessarily. This word sounds formal and advanced. In casual conversation, people often use words like worry, nervousness, or concern instead. Now let us see how apprehension is used in literature and storytelling. Writers often use apprehension to create suspense and emotional tension. When a character feels apprehension, readers also begin to feel uncertain and emotionally connected to the situation. For example, in mystery novels, a character may walk into a dark house with apprehension. The writer uses this word to create atmosphere and emotional depth. Similarly, in films and dramas, apprehension helps build suspense before an important event. Now let us discuss the psychological side of apprehension. Apprehension is a natural human emotion. It often appears when people face uncertainty, change, or risk. Moderate apprehension can actually be useful because it keeps people alert and careful. For example, a little apprehension before an exam may encourage a student to prepare seriously. Similarly, apprehension before driving in bad weather may help someone stay cautious. However, too much apprehension can negatively affect confidence and peace of mind. That is why emotional balance is important. Now let us understand apprehension in professional and workplace communication. In offices and companies, apprehension is often used in formal discussions. For example, employees may feel apprehension during organizational changes. Investors may show apprehension about market instability. Managers may notice apprehension among workers before major announcements. Using advanced words like apprehension in professional English improves communication quality and vocabulary strength. Now let us practice with real-life situations. Situation 1. A student waiting outside the examination hall. Sentence. The student's face showed clear apprehension before the test began. Situation 2. A patient before surgery. Sentence. Despite the doctor's reassurance, she still felt apprehension about the operation. Situation 3. A businessman facing financial risk. Sentence. There was apprehension among investors after the sudden market decline. Situation 4. A child entering a new school. Sentence. The little boy looked around with apprehension on his first day at school. Situation 5. Police arresting a criminal. Sentence. The successful apprehension of the suspect brought relief to the community. Now let us learn some advanced sentence structures with apprehension. Sentence structure 1. Subject plus felt plus apprehension plus about plus noun. Example. She felt apprehension about the interview. Sentence structure 2. Subject plus looked plus apprehensive. Example. He looked apprehensive before the meeting. Sentence structure 3. There was plus apprehension plus in plus place. Example. There was apprehension in the crowd during the storm warning. Now let us talk about tone and style. Apprehension is mostly used in formal, academic, literary, and professional English. It gives a sophisticated and educated tone to communication. Compare these two sentences. I am worried about tomorrow. I feel apprehension about tomorrow. The second sentence sounds more formal, polished, and expressive. This is why learning advanced vocabulary words like apprehension can improve your spoken and written English significantly. Now let us do a quick vocabulary expansion. Here are some synonyms of apprehension in the sense of fear: anxiety, concern, uneasiness, worry, nervousness, dread, suspicion. Here are antonyms: confidence, calmness, certainty, assurance, comfort. Now let us create a short paragraph using the word naturally. As the airplane began to shake during the storm, a feeling of apprehension spread among the passengers. Some people remained silent while others looked nervously around the cabin. Although the pilot assured everyone of their safety, the uncertainty of the situation continued to create emotional tension throughout the flight. Notice how naturally the word fits into serious or emotional situations. Now let us revise the three meanings one more time. First meaning: fear or anxiety about the future. Second meaning: understanding or mental grasp. Third meaning: arrest or capture by authorities. Understanding all three meanings is very important because context changes the interpretation completely. Now let us do a rapid fire practice section. I will give you a sentence idea and you mentally create your own sentence using apprehension. A student before results. A traveler entering a dangerous area. An employee waiting for promotion news. A police officer catching a criminal. A scientist understanding a difficult theory. This type of practice strengthens vocabulary memory and improves fluency. Now let us discuss why advanced vocabulary matters. Words like apprehension make your English richer, more expressive, and more professional. Instead of repeating simple words like fear or worry again and again, advanced vocabulary helps you sound more confident and intelligent. Strong vocabulary also improves performance in exams, interviews, presentations, essays, and public speaking. That is why learning one advanced word deeply is often more useful than memorizing many words superficially. Before we finish, let us hear 5 final powerful examples of apprehension in different contexts. The mother watched her child leave for college with mixed feelings and apprehension. His apprehension of human psychology made him an excellent writer. The quick apprehension of the suspect prevented further crimes. The atmosphere of apprehension became stronger as the storm approached the city. She tried to hide her apprehension before entering the interview room. And with that, we come to the end of today's lecture. Today we learned the meanings, uses, emotional depth, grammatical forms, examples, comparisons, and practical applications of the word apprehension. We discovered that this word can express anxiety, understanding, and even arrest depending on context. We also explored how it is used in literature, professional communication, and everyday life. The more deeply you understand words like apprehension, the more powerful your English becomes. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. If you enjoyed this lecture and found it useful, make sure to support the channel and continue practicing these advanced English words daily. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving your English one word at a time.